Okay, so we are now going to fit our internal facing panel. So I'm just going to lay my facing panel right sides together along the top edge of my bag, of my lining, should I say, and I'm going to stitch to secure that in place using 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. I'm just going to pop a couple of clips in to make sure that it stays where I want it to be. And there we go, that's attached. Now what I'm going to do, because I'm not using faux leather for my facing, I am going to just press this seam open. Now I want my seam allowance to go down towards the pockets, so I'm just going to finger press initially, and I use my fingernail. So you could actually use a card bone, one of these sort of things to just, or even a metal roller. If you're using faux leather, then a metal roller works really well, or cork. Just gives a nice crisp finish if you're using fabric for your facing. So my seam allowance is all pushed down towards the back of the lining, to the pockets rather, and now I'm going to top stitch along the top edge of the lining, so below the facing panel, at 1/8 of an inch seam allowance to secure that fold and to make sure that it's nice and flat and the seam allowance is facing downwards. You don't need to backstitch because the ends will be caught in your seams. I did backstitch, force of habit, I think. So there we go, that's our facing panel attached, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing for my second lining panel. I'm going to lay my facing panel onto the top of my panel, stitch, open it up, push the seam allowance down towards the bottom of my lining panel and top stitch, so I'll end up with two panels looking exactly the same, but one will have pockets and one won't.